You will face moments when grief, misunderstanding, and loss collide, and you're expected to stay faithful anyway. St. Francis de Sales understood this cost firsthand. The world often mistakes gentle faithfulness for weakness. Today's readings confront a brutal reality. Doing God's will does not spare you from heartbreak. David mourns the very king who hunted him. Israel cries out under suffering, and Jesus is dismissed by his own family as unstable. These scriptures are not about success or victory. They are about fidelity when love is costly, misunderstood, and unrewarded in human terms. Let the word be proclaimed first. Then we will connect what this costs and why it matters. The first reading is from the second book of Samuel. David returned from his defeat of the Amalekites and spent 2 days in Ziklag. On the third day, a man came from Saul's camp, with his clothes torn and dirt on his head. Going to David, he fell to the ground in homage. David asked him, "Where do you come from?" He replied, "I have escaped from the camp of the children of Israel." "Tell me what happened," David bade him. He answered that many of the soldiers had fled the battle and that many of them had fallen and were dead, among them Saul and his son Jonathan. David seized his garments and rent them, and all the men who were with him did likewise. They mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and his son Jonathan, and for the soldiers of the Lord of the clans of Israel, because they had fallen by the sword. Alas, the glory of Israel, Saul, slain upon your heights. How can the warriors have fallen? Saul and Jonathan, beloved and cherished, separated neither in life nor in death, swifter than eagles, stronger than lions. Women of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet and in finery, who decked your attire with ornaments of gold. How can the warriors have fallen, in the thick of the battle, slain upon your heights? I grieve for you, Jonathan, my brother. Most dear have you been to me. More precious have I held love for you than love for women. How can the warriors have fallen? The weapons of war have perished. The responsorial psalm today is Psalm 80. Let us see your face, Lord, and we shall be saved. O shepherd of Israel, hearken, O guide of the flock of Joseph. From your throne upon the cherubim shine forth before Ephraim, Benjamin, and Manasseh. Rouse your power and come to save us. Let us see your face, Lord, and we shall be saved. O Lord of hosts, how long will you burn with anger while your people pray? You have fed them with the bread of tears and given them tears to drink in ample measure. You have left us to be fought over by our neighbors, and our enemies mock us. Let us see your face, Lord, and we shall be saved. Alleluia, alleluia. Open our hearts, O Lord, to listen to the words of your Son. Alleluia, alleluia. The Gospel today is from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus came with his disciples into the house. Again the crowd gathered, making it impossible for them even to eat. When his relatives heard of this, they set out to seize him, for they said, "He is out of his mind." Now let's connect these scriptures. David mourns Saul, not because Saul was kind, but because Saul was God's anointed. Love here is not emotional, it is obedient. Israel cries out not because life is hard, but because God feels distant. And Jesus, the Son of God, is judged by his own family as unstable for doing the Father's will. St. Francis de Sales lived this same quiet contradiction. His patience, gentleness, and steadfast charity were often dismissed as softness in a divided and hostile church. Yet he understood what today's readings reveal. Fidelity does not prove itself through force, but through persevering love when misunderstood and unrewarded. This is the cost of faithful love. You may grieve those who hurt you, intercede while suffering continues, and be misunderstood by the people closest to you. Holiness is not validated by applause. It is proven by obedience when love brings loss. Let's close in prayer. Lord, you formed St. Francis de Sales in the school of patience and gentle strength. Through his witness, teach us to love without bitterness, to speak truth without violence, and to remain faithful when our obedience is misunderstood. Give us hearts like David, able to honor without resentment. Give us voices like the psalmist, honest in pain yet faithful in hope. Give us courage like your Son, steadfast when judged and alone. Let us seek your face above all else and trust that obedience, even when costly, leads to salvation. Amen. Thank you for joining today's reflection. If this message touched you, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below with your prayer intentions. We'd love to pray with you.